You are welcome back into my channel, Exclusive Tech Hub and Eden's Tech Store. It's a privilege to have you in my midst today. Please show your support by commenting and liking the video. Also subscribe to our channel if you have not done that. You can do that by clicking on the red button at the bottom right part of this very video. Okay, so today's presentation will be on the factors to determine before buying a satellite receiver, or you can call it factors to consider before buying a satellite receiver or decoder. These factors are very, very important so that you don't buy decoder that you doesn't need, or for you to buy multiple decoder just because you want to receive a particular satellite. Okay, so first and foremost, we are going to look on the list of specification or things that you need to consider before buying a satellite decoder. And before we go that on the video, we will look at the decoders that we have around. In this demonstration, we have SRT 4669S. Then second is CSAT C8 Pro Plus and QSAT Q13G. We also have GT Media V7 S2S. Okay, so first on the specification or requirement or factor for you to consider is the video compression format. Video compression format of the decoder. Let's assume it doesn't have the decoder. Like you can see on this very strong decoder, it is written in it. You can see right here that is MPEG-4 decoder. Okay, why your CSAT Pro Plus is MPEG-4 and H.265 is full HD compliance decoder. But let's assume it doesn't have this information of the decoder. Okay, so you need to know the compression, the video compression format before you buy that particular decoder. So for that demonstration, we are going to look at sites like FlySat or LinkSat that will guide you. So let's assume it doesn't have the decoder first, but you want to know the picture quality of that very channel or that satellite before you purchase that decoder. So there's a site that can help you to do that. You can use flysat.com or linksat.com. So for the demonstration, let's use linksat.com to demonstrate that. Okay, for the sake of this very video, we are going to use linksat 51.2 east. So you type that on your Google Chrome or your Google browser, linksat, it has appeared. Then you click OK to load. Then you click on Bellintelsat 1 at 51.5 east. That is where you have Tara HD. So we are going to look at Tara HD. The required type of decoder, either HD MPEG-4 or 4K decoder that is required to view it. So we are going to look at the sixth row from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth row from here, you see on the top of the row compression format. So that is the required decoder that is needed to be able to track that channel Tara HD. So from it now, you see Tara HD. This is Tara HD. When you scroll to your right, you see MPEG-4/HD. So if you have MPEG-4 a HD decoder, you will be able to track Tara HD channel. Okay, now let's look furthermore to Mopless TV. Mopless TV requires you to have HEVC HD decoder. That is full HD decoder. So for you to be able to know that decoder, the decoder on the body of the decoder, it is written HEVC HD or H.265 compliance decoder. That is what is written on that decoder. So for instance, on this Mopless channel, if you have MPEG-4 decoder, it will only give you audio, it will not give you the picture. So for you to be able to watch the video, you need to have HEVC/HD decoder. Okay, so that is the first requirement that you need to know before buying a decoder. Let's say after tracking a dish and you put the wrong decoder, it might give you video, it might give you the audio, but it will not display the picture because you are using a lesser compression rate decoder. Okay, so let's go over to the next video. Let's go over to the next factor. Now that we have seen the first requirement, which is the video compression format, next is affordability, because you will not need a decoder that is too expensive for you to buy just because you want to receive a particular satellite. Okay, the receiver must be affordable, something that you'll be able to buy. Okay, that is the second factor to consider when buying a satellite dish. Okay, third on the factor to consider before buying a satellite dish is multiple receiver output. Okay, the receiver must have the output that you require it to give. Okay, now let's take for instance on this GT Media V7 S2S, we can see that it has two outputs. Okay, two outputs, HDMI and your AV out cable, which is the yellow, the white and the red. Those are the two outputs that it has. So if you know that you don't need much output, this is the kind of simple decoder that you need. But now let's look at this particular one, this QSAT Q13G. You see that it has HDMI as well. It also have RS2. It has RS232 output. This is a kind of cable that has the head of a jack of a phone, but it has three outputs where you can plug your yellow, your red and also your white output. That's how it looks like. Okay, so you can see that this has more output. Now look at the other one, which is the third decoder, which is CSAT. You can see that it has a VGA output. It has audio and video output. It also has the HDMI output. Okay, you can see the first one has 2, the second one have 3. This one also have a battery. Okay, now look at strong. So it has to do with what you need, the output, that where you want to send the picture, your video to. Okay, so number 4, it has to, the 4 requirement or factor is multi-stream. Now multi-stream, we know that multi-stream is gaining ground in this part of the world now. Okay, now GT Media V7 S2S, which is this decoder at the top, is a multi-stream decoder. You can use it to watch stations on a multi-TV package with a frequency of 12, 6, 45, 32, 700. So if you want to watch your channel like Mass TV, GTTV, Sport, Net 2, and the rest, you need this decoder. You can also use your CSAT C8 Pro. Okay, now the need for this decoder is that you don't require 2 decoder for you to be able to watch your terrestrial channel and also the same time your satellite channel. So these decoders, GT Media and your CSAT, can do the same work in one decoder. So for you to be able to watch multi-stream decoder, you cannot use strong, for instance. You only need other version of strong multi-stream decoder for you to be able to watch it. So other factor to consider when buying a decoder is you have to know whether that decoder is multi-stream. Okay, so that you don't end up buying the wrong decoder and later learning from your mistake and buying another decoder. So that is our 4th factor when choosing a satellite decoder. 5th is durability of the brand. Okay, now let me give an example. This strong decoder, I'm making this video presently today, the 5th day of July 2021. Now this SRT 4669S. I bought this decoder in the year 2009. Okay, year 2009 to now, that is about 11 years plus. Okay, so in my own term, I will call this strong decoder strong mistake, because it's a decoder that stood the test of time. I've used the decoder for that long and the decoder is still serving me. Okay, so that is the kind of brand we are talking about. When you want to buy a decoder, besides the price of the commodity, do you want to buy a decoder and throw it away tomorrow, or you want to use that decoder for as long as you can use it? So when you talk of brands that have reputation, you talk of Strong, you talk of other brand like your GT Media. Though I'm speaking from my own experience, I'm not condemning any other brands, okay? I'm speaking from my own perspective because these are the decoder that I have used. So one of the factors you need to consider when buying a brand is the durability of that brand. And that durability comes with its own price, because you can see a particular decoder that works the same purpose, but because of the fact that the manufacturer went a further step to make sure that the decoder is a strong one or a durable decoder, you see that there's a high price on that very decoder. Okay, so next on that is number 6, technical support. You don't want to buy a decoder that after buying there's no support from the manufacturer as for you to keep on using that very decoder. There are a lot of decoder without mentioning names that you buy and there's no more technical support. Most of these companies are fold up, so you end up buying a decoder and end of the day, maybe a period of 1 to 2 years, you find that that decoder is now obsolete. You need to buy another decoder. Okay, now let me give an example. This is my QSAT, for instance, QSAT Q13G. I have used this decoder. I've upgraded this decoder. Initially this decoder, there are some functions you cannot use, like imputing of BISCI, but I upgraded this decoder in such a way that I cannot impute BISCI code manually, powerful code manually. Okay, now this my SROT 4669S, this Strong brand. I've also be able to upgrade it so that I cannot impute code on it. Okay, so technical support is very vital in a decoder so that you continue to have firmware for you to upgrade decoder as time goes on. Now number 7 on the factors to consider is PVRO. Now we all know that satellite is prone to weather. When rain is falling, no matter how big your dish is or how better your decoder is, weather will affect it. So your PVRO ensures that with the use of flash drive, you'll be able to record your favorite program so that whenever you want to visit that program, you can slot it into your USB part of that decoder and watch the replay of that very show. Okay, especially when you have rain or when you find that the program that they are showing is no longer interesting, you can slot in your USB drive and watch those decoder and watch those programs. But if you don't have a decoder that can record, you will not be able to do that function. Okay, so for you to be able to record the program, it must be PVRO ready. That is number 7 factor. So before we go to the 8 factors, I will enjoy you to watch the remaining part of this very video. Then before we continue, if you have not subscribed to this very channel, please do that so that you'll be the first to be notified when we have video like this or educational video about gadget, about devices, about satellite devices. Okay, so you can do that by clicking on the red button on the bottom right part of this very screen. Subscribing does not need money. All you just need to do is to click on that button so that whenever we have more information, more video, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay, so let's continue with our presentation. Number 8 is account. Okay, many of these new decoders now, they come with account. Now the account ensures that you watch a satellite that are very far from you through the internet. Okay, so we have account like NewCam and CCCam. So if a decoder does not have that function, you will not be able to watch those interesting packages like 19.2 East. That is a Europe beam. So if you're in Africa, you cannot watch that package. Okay, because of the fact that the station is very far. But you can use 4 meter upward to watch it. But for you to be able to have access to those channels, you need a NewCam or CCCam or any other server for you to be able to access those stations. Okay, now number 9 is Ethernet and Ethernet connection. Now let's turn to the back of these very decoders. Now using our QSAT as a point of as an example, you can see that there's internet. This one ensures that you can connect this decoder to your local area network. Okay, you can connect it to local area network. Those connections that you don't need internet, but you just need a kind of hard drive for you to be able to share files in your house, your compound, in your company. Okay, so this your decoder can be able to do that function. You can connect to your local area network while your internet is using your SIM card, like in the case of this QSAT. Okay, in the case of this QSAT, you can use your SIM card to access the internet. That is where you slot in your SIM on your QSAT to view the internet. But modern form of decoder, like your GT Media V7 QS, uses your Wi-Fi stick. Okay, you slot in your Wi-Fi stick and you connect it to the internet through your Wi-Fi stick. Okay, that is number 9 factors to consider. Then number 10 is your streaming services. Your decoder should also have a streaming services so that you can be able to access YouTube and the like. Okay, now number 11 factor to consider beside every other factor is your dissect functionality. Most decoder doesn't have opportunity or access for you to use dissect. What I mean by dissect is something like this. This is your dissect switch. So dissect switch makes it possible for you to connect more LNB or more satellites to a decoder. If that decoder is not dissect compliant, you will only be able to watch just only one satellite. But if it's a dissect compliance, like dissect 1.0, 1.1, and 1.2, you'll be able to connect 1 dissect, 2 dissect, 4 dissect, even 8 and 16. Okay, but if your decoder is not compliant with dissect, you will not be able to have that function. So out of all these factors to consider before buying a decoder, there are some that are more paramount depending on your choice. So not all decoders will have every of this function, but most of these factors are more expensive to a bundle in a satellite dish. Okay, some devices can just have 1, 2. But the more you have those factors, those things attached to your decoder, it will make the decoder to be expensive. That's why you see that some decoders are more expensive than the other because of those inputs, those accounts, those things that you find inside the decoder. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please share this very video so that other people will be able to benefit from what we are doing here. Thank you for your time.